In Oregon, coronavirus cases have swept through nursing homes, putting the state's most vulnerable at risk. Health officials confirm nearly half, or 24, of the state's 53 deaths from coronavirus were people in assisted living or long-term care facilities. The highest concentrations, according to the state, occurred at healthcare at Foster Creek in Portland, with at least 9 deaths and 35 cases. There were also large numbers at Laurelhurst Village in Portland and the Lebanon Veterans Home.
We've never seen this kind of pandemic where people who are older and in places like nursing homes, assisted living, congregate housing, where they are so disproportionately affected by this. I mean, it's really pretty dramatic when you look at the numbers.
Alice Bonner, an adjunct faculty member at Johns Hopkins School of Nursing, explained long-term care facilities have become hotspots around the country because their residents live in close contact with one another, and many already have underlying health issues.
And it's more likely that people have multiple conditions if they are living in a nursing home or an assisted living.
State health officials say they'll step in to help those facilities that have become hotspots with extra staffing, protective equipment, and logistics. For example, Laurelhurst Village is contracting with the state to use a separate building as an emergency care center to help isolate residents being treated for coronavirus. The union representing nursing home workers is asking for more testing and wants adequate paid time off so sick workers can stay home and avoid spreading the virus. These caregivers are already working long, stressful days, explained Melissa Unger of SEIU Local 503.
Lots of these folks go to work every day and make less than $30,000 a year. That's most of these folks do. And so they're caring for the people who are most important in our lives and barely making enough money to put food on their table.
The state hopes by releasing this data, it'll help to better monitor the virus at nursing homes around the state and prepare for any future hotspots. Kyle Aboshi, KGW News.